Okay, so it has been made abundantly clear that there needs to be a guide on how to get your account back in Genshin, Honkai, just any Mihoyo account if you got hacked. So I'm going to show what I did and important steps you can take to find any key information to get your account back. First off, there is a subreddit called Genshin Hacked. These people are dedicated to preventing hackers and also helping people get their account back. So if you have any questions or need some more resources, use this subreddit. It is so helpful. First off, head to your email of choice and you want to send an email to support_os@mihoyo.com. The subject should be account form hacked account. And what's going to happen is you just leave this blank and just send it like this. And what they're going to do is they're going to send you back with a form to recover your account. As I can see, only a minute after sending it, I immediately got this form back. So this form is what they use to find your account. Most of the information you fill out on this account or on this form will be used to recover your Mihoyo account. So I'm saying this because I think with Honkai accounts, originally you could sign up with like Facebook or Google, and then later on you could link your Mihoyo account. So this is used to recover Mihoyo lab accounts, okay? Not like the old Mihoyo Pass, not like the old like Google, Facebook accounts, no. This is used to recover accounts that have been linked to a Mihoyo account. Now, if your Genshin account got hacked, then it is guaranteed already linked to a Mihoyo account because you had to make a Mihoyo account to link to Genshin when you first started out. This stuff should be pretty intuitive. You know, account got hacked. Your Mihoyo account username is essentially how you log in, like what username you use to log into the game. I don't think everyone has a username linked, so if you don't, obviously put none, and if you do, then put in your Mihoyo username. This is not your in-game username. Let me repeat, this is not your in-game username. If you don't remember having a Mihoyo username, then just put none. But you will usually link your username when you sign into Hoyo Lab with a Mihoyo account. This should also be pretty self-explanatory. You should put in what you signed up with originally. So back then, you could sign up with a username, right? And then for most people, it's going to be email because they've disabled signing up with username now. This one is basically asking for the registration or linked email of your account. Now, this is kind of a weird one. If you have signed up with email, then just put your original linked email, like your first email ever that you linked to your account. I know that some people used like those 15-minute mails or like those like temporary mails to make accounts back then. If you did, then just put in your last linked email. Now, for people who signed up with username, I've seen cases where even if you had previously linked a email to your account, they will deny your form if you put in a linked email here. So for people with username, if you get rejected the first time for putting a linked email, then try putting never@linked.com. Now, once again, this is only applies to people who signed up with their username. Okay? Alright. This one should be obvious. You choose which country you made the account with. Now for this one, your Mihoyo account may be linked to multiple games. Just choose the game that you have the most information on. So my account that got hacked, I had a Honkai account and a Genshin account, but I knew more about my Genshin Impact account than my Honkai account. So I chose Genshin Impact, of course. And for that same game, obviously choose the UID and the server, and what device you registered with. This should also be obvious, given the registration date of when you made your Mihoyo account. Mihoyo isn't going to be too strict about this one. Just want to make sure that you're within like 5 days of your original registration date. Now here are some tips for people who don't remember. For Apple users, you can go to reportaproblem.apple.com, sign in with the account that you got Genshin Impact with, and then you'll see that these shows dates for like what date you got the app and stuff. So you can look for the date you got Genshin Impact. For Google Play, you can go to your order history, and then you can check when you first got Genshin Impact as well. For PC players, go to your Genshin Impact icon, right-click on it, and choose Open File Location. Once you're here, go ahead and right-click and also Open File Location. Scroll all the way up. This DX setup folder, look at the date modified, and that is the date that you installed Genshin on your PC right there. Also, if you signed up using email, then Mihoyo will send you an email verifying your account, so that's also a way to find your registration date. Now, if you still have access to your account through like social media or a third party, then you can also find your registration date by going to top left, going to character archive, scrolling all the way down, and then choosing Amber, and it'll show you the date that you got Amber. Obviously, Amber is a default character, so you most likely got her around the same day that you started the game. So, first device used to log in. Okay, so this one's kind of easy. For iOS, obviously, you just put in like your model, so like iPhone 8, iPhone 7, whatever. Same thing with Android, like Samsung Galaxy S20, OnePlus 7 Pro, etc. Right? For PC, they're gonna ask you for your specs, and this is like pretty easy. Hit your Windows key right here, and search up DX diag, and run it. Give it a second. And here we have essentially the specs of your computer. The processor right here. So I'd put Intel Core i3-8100. For next, it's going to ask for graphics card. To find your graphics card, you're going to have to go to, I believe, Device Manager. And then go to your display adapters. And that will be your graphics card right there. So I put NVIDIA GTX 1650 Super. Now, for RAM, go back to your DX diag, and right here, this is your RAM right here, your memory. Just divide this by 1,000. So this is like 16,284 divided by 1,000. That's 16 gigabytes of RAM. Motherboard and brand. So the system model is actually your motherboard, and the manufacturer is the brand of the motherboard. So mine's going to be Gigabyte H310MA. And then when I ask for the brand, just give them the brand of your computer if it's pre-built. I built my computer, so there's no real brand to it. So instead, what I did is I gave the name of the computer. So if you sign up with PC, it should look something similar to this. Now, this is just going to be which device did you use the most to log into the game with. So same idea, just put in like either the model or the specs. This is going to be your most recent login to the game. So just basically get the date of before you were hacked. And then, now this is a really important one. Payment method of first purchase. So first of all, for Apple users, you want to go to reportaproblem.apple.com and then sign in with an Apple ID that you play Genshin with, or that you make purchases with at least. After signing in, you will see a list of purchases and apps you've downloaded, and you want to just go ahead and screenshot the purchase, like your first purchase for Genshin Impact. For Google Play users, go ahead and go to Google Play, and then go to, I believe it's account, order history, and you will see more purchases that you've made. You can also find Google Play receipts by going to your email and then checking Google Play order receipt and looking for your first Genshin Impact purchase. This is probably a better method because when you click on one of the emails, they will show you a code to the purchase, and it's a lot more detailed. And then for PC players, obviously, you need to find the bank statement for your first purchase, or like just some kind of receipt. Like, so for example, you'd essentially just want to go to like your order history on like your card, or like I use a prepaid card to make purchases, and then you just want to screenshot like where your Genshin Impact purchase is. It's going to be either called like Cognosphere or like Mihoyo purchase. So yeah. However, I think it's also really important to upload like every purchase possible. So your first few screenshots should be like the proof of your first purchase ever, and then include additional screenshots of like all your other purchases with like dates attached next to them, because they can check when you made those purchases on your account, and then they'll like compare them with the screenshots that you sent, and they'll see that they're like equal, right? So definitely send all your other receipts if possible. For this one, what I did was I just gave a list of all the 5 stars I have, along with what constellations they are, what AR I am, you know, so like AR like 55 or whatever, and then like I have like 5-star Kazuha C2 blah blah blah, something like that, right? And then not only that, but I also had information on the dates I got my 5 stars. I actually used Discord messages to find when I got my like 5 stars, right? So like on October 14th I got Chi-Chi, so then I'd put on here like on 10/14/2020 I got Chi-Chi. So essentially just try to put as much information as possible to prove that you know everything about your account. So yeah, this is really simple. Just put in 2 email addresses that you've never used before to make a Mihoyo account. So like jimmyjones@gmail.com, and then enter and put like 25 people at like, I don't know, just something, right? 2 accounts. And then for this one, just describe your login issue. And then it will take around, on average, 7 to 20 days to get your account back, or about 10 working days meaning Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays don't count. So it took me 9 working days, or 11 days total, but I've seen some people get it back in like 1 to 2 days only, and I've seen other people get unlucky, and it takes like up to like a month to get their account back. There is always a chance of rejection, and many people have gotten rejected before getting their account back, but listen, if you get rejected, just try again, maybe change some answers that you're unsure about, but just keep trying again. If you persevere, you'll eventually get your account back, assuming you actually owned it in the first place and you didn't buy it from somewhere, right? For anyone trying to prevent themselves from getting hacked, make sure to first of all, do not save any passwords in your browser. You should not save passwords in your browsers even if you don't play Genshin. It's really unsafe. If you ever get a virus, they can access your cookies and cache and look at your saved passwords. Second of all, don't download any third-party software from the internet. The only safe third-party software for Genshin is this FPS Unlocker right here from GitHub, and also any like clipping software like Outplayed or Metal that comes from Overwolf. Finally, make sure to get as much information from your account as possible. Get the registration date, get your first device of login, get the specs like your most used device to login, get all your purchase receipts, all your payments, like everything that you can prove as yours. The most important part, in my opinion, is the payment receipts, because no one else can really like find those unless they like hack into your bank statement or like your Google Play account or whatever. There doesn't seem to be any evidence that you can get hacked from playing co-op with other players or friending random players online. So anyone who says that is probably lying and just being paranoid. Don't worry about that. Focus on the important things such as your receipts and your device registration. And if you do get hacked, please make sure to not respond to like any like scammers on Reddit that are saying stuff like, I can help you get your account back. Like, and then they could be trying to fish for more details from like your vulnerable account. So please just watch my video and use this subreddit. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I spend a lot of time making these videos. And thank you. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.